Good morning at 7:04 on this Monday, September 15th. It's time to head to Studio B for Coleman and Company.
Well, hello, everybody. And can I say, dynamite, dynamite, when Vandy starts to fight. That's all I'm going to do this morning, but a great win over the weekend. And our Tennessee fans, our condolences to you. Maybe you should have beaten Georgia, but you didn't, and better wait till next year. That's what you say to us. We are on the air for Absolute Kubota here on a Monday morning, and we have with us Ryan Cornwell. Ryan Cornwell, good morning.
Good morning.
And it's nice to see you again, of course. You are, I think, you and Caleb Hieronymus are in sales.
We are,
I don't know which one of you is number one, but we have you most of the time along with Clint Kelly in the service department, and you're with us this morning, and we can talk about all that's going on at Absolute Kubota.
Right, yes, sir.
What you got for us?
Well, today, it's kind of fall season here, so we're going to keep talking about the RTVs. We've got a lot full of them right now. We've got cab units with heat and air conditioning, which is not really a huge deal this time of year, but in a few months when it's 20 degrees out, that heater will come in handy. So we've got units that have the full heat, air conditioning. We've got gas units, diesel units. Got a lot full of them ready to go.
They are popular, I guess, year round, and depends on what you want to do. But there's always a place, whether it's on the job or totally recreation. And a lot of people, I think probably most people, are somewhere in between.
They are, yeah. I mean, even just driving around Lebanon. I mean, on the way here to work today, I live about 10 minutes out, and all the job sites, there's a lot going over there by the new Ford dealership and on West Main and everywhere. Just about every job site you drive by, you're going to see some Kubota equipment. Like this morning on the way here, I saw 3 Kubota 1140 RTVs outside. Those are our diesel units that guys will use on the job site all the time. They put thousands and thousands of hours on these things, and they just keep humming. So they're very reliable, and a lot of our contractors are using them, but also our landowners. We've got a lot of guys out on the farm using these things day in, day out for their fencing, cattle operation, getting around their property, etc.
Well, there's really so much to see there at 1506 West Main, your location. You've got a lot that's just really full of equipment, and tractors are a popular item.
Oh, yeah, they absolutely are. A lot of guys are getting in their last hay cut. I mean, even right outside your building here, somebody's been cutting some hay the past few days. So now, if you need a hay tractor, hay equipment, anything like that, come see us. We also lease hay equipment. So, like, if you need a big ag tractor, we can get you in a lease program there. They'll let you try it out for a few years, and then with a purchase option at the end, or you can turn it back in and start a new lease at that point.
Well, I have an idea that a lot of these people who, I don't know whether you call them professional lawnmowers, but I think a lot of them, that's their full-time job. Many of them depend on you for their mowers and for help whenever they have a breakdown or even need help maintaining them.
Absolutely. We've got a great service team over at Absolute. Clint does a great job on here telling you all about that, but we have a great service team. We do Kubota, Exmark. We do commercial and residential mowers in both categories as well. So if you need a mower, we can get you whatever you need and kind of help tailor suit your needs.
You yourself sell both Exmark and
Kubota.
Kubota, yeah, of course, yes.
Yeah.
Do you have a preference there?
I don't think you'll make a bad choice either way. It just kind of depends on the finish you're looking for and what your application is. I mean, if you're trying to really stripe a yard like a lot of our commercial guys are doing, Exmark is great at doing it striping. But if you're just trying to sling wet grass and get the grass cut, the Kubota does a fantastic job. I would even say a little bit superior to the Exmark in the wet grass category. Yeah. Both are going to run Kawasaki engines for the most part. Both have great warranty. Both have great service on the back end. So you wouldn't really make a bad choice there.
Is Exmark a little bit more expensive usually?
A little bit. If you're talking like an apples to apples, Exmark is going to be a little bit bigger. Kubota's a multi-billion-dollar company, so they're able to get the cost down a little bit more on their side. And man, but I'll tell you this: you won't find a better product than the Exmark or the Kubota. You just won't. Both companies make a really good product, and we sell a lot of it for that reason. And people are happy with it, so the guys that turn in their mowers after their fleet deal's done, they'll come back and get a brand new set because they like them that much. So it's a really good way to kind of keep your business flowing.
Well, I guess just about anything that you sell, you offer service after the sale.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We sure do. And, it's like we have, multiple techs there every single day ready to go. And our techs are good, man. They know their stuff. Our service advisors are good, and they'll help walk you through what's going on with your unit, that kind of thing. But also, if you just need something basic like warranty work, we've got on our mowers right now, on all the Kubotas, you've got a full 5 years of warranty. And on the X-Marks, you've got 5 years of warranty on them as well and 3 years on the engine. So, kind of talk about a peace of mind with a piece of equipment you're buying. Like, that's a great start.
And one other thing we might mention before we let you go this morning, you do rent. You have, I guess, just about anything we've talked about here is available to be rented at Absolute Kubota.
Yeah, this year right now, it's big aerator season, so guys are getting their yard ready to go. So we've got stingers that we're ready to rent out through aerators. We've got mowers we can rent out. If you're a contractor, we've got skid steers, excavators, you name it, we can rent it out. And one last cool thing we're doing right now, man, is if you buy, whether it's a mower, a tractor, a skid steer, an excavator, whatever it is, one of the things we're throwing in right now is a free year of warranty for you. That's the Kubota's Orange Protection Program is what it's called. So, just about everything you do, we're doing that on us right now. So it's a really good time to buy.
Well, Ryan, thanks for being with us this morning. Ryan Cornwell in sales at Absolute Kubota. Go to the website, www.absolutekubota.com, and go visit them. 1506 West Main. See you next time. Thank you. Okay, 10 minutes after the hour, and my guests are here for a Monday morning, and I want to introduce Charlie and Jenny Dixon, who are right here live in studio and ready to talk about a project and even an event that is coming up. Jenny, good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks for having
Dixon,
me.
Charlie Dixon, good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right, this is all about, let me turn the page here. This is all about the ERDI Project Gala with live and silent auction. That's coming up September 21st. And when is September 21st? Today is 15th,
Sunday.
right? So that's
Coming Sunday, 5:30 to 9.
next Sunday.
This one.
Well,
coming.
this coming Sunday, which is next Sunday. All right. Well, we've got our time this morning to talk about what this is all about, and why don't you, Jenny, get us started here? When we say the ERDI Project, this has to do with your daughter, who is now deceased, but who you're raising funds for and are on a mission for, really, right?
Yes. So we started the ERDI Project to honor our daughter, Emma Riley Dixon. So ERD, her nickname was ERDI, which is why we came up with the ERDI Project to name our nonprofit. So she passed away of osteosarcoma at the age of 14. So osteosarcoma is a rare type of bone cancer. She had it for 27 months, went under several different chemos, had different surgeries on her leg, which is where the osteosarcoma was. It spread to her lungs, so she had different lung surgeries. So when she passed away, we decided we wanted to do something to help other kids going through that, because the same treatment protocols have been in place since the 1980s. So we just find that unacceptable. So we want to help other children facing osteosarcoma and other types of bone cancers. And then we also help families, local families, that are going through the same thing.
Yeah, and I can understand how you could be a great help, having already experienced this yourself, and be a great help and a great comfort, no doubt, to them. So you're kind of on a mission in that direction as well, aren't you?
Yes.
Charlie, what would you like to add to this? This is no doubt a terrible trial,
right,
to have to go through, but you're seeming like you're trying to make the best of it and do this to help others who might be having similar experiences.
Yeah, it's kind of been the slogan. Let's do something good from a really bad situation. It's like she said, and since the 80s, the treatment's been the same. There's got to be something that we can do that's a little bit better. Percentage-wise, there's not a lot of funding that goes to pediatric bone cancer. So the big thing here is we're just trying to raise as much money so we can have a really good research, whether that's to help the survivors in any way, therefore, or eventually finding a cure. So.
All right, I mentioned that it is this next Sunday, September 21st, and the location.
It's at the Farm Bureau Expo Center.
All right, and it will be, according to my information here, 5:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. So we want everybody to know about this before we go to the break here in a minute. But is there you buy a ticket, you just show up? What's the situation?
Yes, you can buy a ticket on our website. It's www.theerdieproject.org.
And Erdie is spelled, as you said, I think, E-R-D-I-E.
Correct.
E-R-D-I-E. And that was her nickname?
Yes.
Taken from her initials?
Correct.
Yeah, right. The Erdie Project. All right, and the website, what is that?
www.theerdieproject.org.
All right, and we mentioned the Farm Bureau Expo Center where it's going to be held, and Gail Hellam is with us this morning. Gail, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Since it's going to be held at your place, we'll call it, you are responsible for taking care of the Farm Bureau Expo Center, and I know no doubt you're very pleased to be able to have an event such as this Erdie Project Gala at your place.
I am, and I'm always excited to have new events come to the expo, but we share a common bond in a loss, and so being able to help them, it means a lot to me personally, as well as simply for the expo.
Okay, we'll talk a lot more after we take a break here. This is Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
And let's see what's happening on the roadways. Want to thank our friends at Bates Ford. Get a regular oil change, $39.95, up to 5 quarts of oil, tax and disposal, $17.80. Franklin Road. Now with traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Starting a little bit heavier now. I-40 coming through Hermitage, Donaldson, right on schedule. All that traffic leaving Wilson County through the Mount Juliet area as it builds now on I-40, especially over here around Stewart's Ferry Pike. It's picked up with more traffic 24 west up through Antioch, coming in right now from Murfreesboro and Rutherford County. Stein Dental Care in Nashville, over 350 wonderful Google reviews. Give them a call today at Stein Dental Care, 540-0888. I'm Commander Chuck. You're on time traffic.
Your Lebanon High football team is back on the field, and we're back in the booth. Join Don O'Gann, Joe Gardner, and myself, John Boyce, as the Blue Devils hit the gridiron each week. Lebanon football is brought to you by Bates Ford, Burdine Supply, Fakes and Hooker, Kay Maynard with State Farm Insurance, Kenny Salas and the Salas Realty Group, Lebanon Police Chief Mike Justice, Wilson County Sheriff Robert Bryan, Shannon Speck Electric, Sports World, Rackley Roofing Company, Wilson Bank and Trust, and Lebanon Mayor Rick Bell. This Friday, your Blue Devils will be on the road at Station Camp. Pre-game at 6:30, kickoff at 7.
Everyday Fiestas offers party rentals on everything you need for your special event. Birthdays, weddings, corporate events, they have you covered. Tables, chairs, tents, linens, dance floor, and so much more. Visit their new showroom in Lebanon at 713 East Main Street in the old Ferguson's building. Find them every day at fiestas.com or on Facebook. Everyday Fiestas offers party rentals that can transform your vision into a beautiful reality. Mention this ad to receive 10% off.
And we continue here on a Monday morning. Thanks for joining us. Jenny Dixon and Charlie Dixon are here this morning. We're talking about the Erdie Project, and this is for their late daughter. And you have a picture of her and some information I have. A beautiful young lady.
Thank you.
And this was about 3.5 years ago, I believe, that you lost her.
Yes.
How long after that before you started your project?
Oh, well, we had talked about doing a nonprofit in January, and Emma passed away in April, so a couple of months before. She was in the hospital. She's getting her lungs drained. We knew she didn't have much time, and that's when we decided this is unacceptable. We know she doesn't have much time left, and when we're going to do something after she passes away. But thanks to a friend of ours,
So we're members at Five Oaks. We had a big golf tournament for member guests, and afterwards they wanted to raise money for a charity. And so they had remembered that we had plugged a different charity that we were really passionate about at her funeral. in lieu of flowers, we wanted to donate it to this other charity. So a friend reached out and said, what was that charity? We want to do something nice. And I said, well, actually, we're going to start one. So say no more. They raised nearly $15,000 one night at a house party to get us started. And it's pretty impressive. However, we had to push it a little quicker than we wanted to. We had already filed for paperwork and stuff like that to get it going, but we were all in, everybody full steam ahead. So it was a little taxing on us at the beginning, but we made a really big dent just from a house party. That's how it started.
And it was 8 weeks after Emma passed away.
8 weeks after she passed away.
That was just beginning of June that we did that.
Yeah.
Well, now, how rare is this form of cancer? I mean, we hear there are some cancers that we hear about are just commonplace. This is not as common as most, right?
Correct.
So it doesn't get as much attention, probably. And here
Correct.
again, a reason that you have kind of, as we might say, come to the rescue here for people who are in that position.
Yeah, so it makes up about 3% of all pediatric cancers. So when you put that in research dollars, 90-something percent goes towards adult-style cancers. So only 3% goes towards pediatric bone cancers. So you're talking about fractions of a penny of every dollar goes to research the type of cancer that our daughter had.
Well, in reading the information sheet I was provided with, it seems like she had a tremendous attitude and smiling through tears, so to speak. Talk about that a little bit. If it not to, I know this is somewhat difficult for you, and you think back to what she had to go and what you had to go through as her parents.
Right.
But still, it's no doubt you're able to console and benefit others from even what you experienced.
Yeah. So Emma was just always positive. She was so polite. She thanked every doctor and nurse in the hospital. She went to school when she didn't feel good. She made straight A's. She turned her papers in when they were due. She just wanted to be normal. So even though she was in the hospital, had doctor's appointments, if an assignment was due tomorrow, she was turning it in tomorrow.
Yeah. Even though she got extra time, through the 504 plan or whatever, and she's, no, Dad, we're going to do it today. So that's what we did.
Well, what a great example.
Absolutely.
Yes.
A lot of children just, I don't do my homework, I want to go play. She couldn't go play, but she could do her homework.
Yeah.
Well, this event that's coming up here, we've talked a little bit about that, but kind of go through from start to finish what this is going to be like.
Okay. Yeah, so there'll be
You're there actually from 5:30 to 9, so that's 3.5 hours. So you've got a lot going, no doubt.
We do. And it is pretty cram full. So we have a cocktail hour from 5:30 to 6:30. Then we have entertainment. It's provided by the Ron Miller Band, featuring Alyssa Scott. And then we've got the dinner that's hosted or provided by Houston's. And then we've got a program. So I'm going to speak during that program. Emma's pediatric oncologist, Dr. Bornstein's going to speak. And then one of the main researchers at Vanderbilt Children's Hospital, Dr. Schenecker, is also going to speak. And then we have a live auction. And throughout the program, we'll have silent auction as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, I take it that you're... I'm guessing some of the auction, maybe all of them, have been donated
Yes.
by businesses and people that are very interested in this. Well, you can never thank them too much, I
Correct.
think. So, have you set a goal necessarily? Is a certain amount of money you're definitely wanting to raise, or?
I want to raise $150,000. So the first year we raised a little over $100,000. Last year we raised $131,000. So this year my goal is $150,000.
Wow.
That's combined with the golf tournament the next day as well. So we've been very fortunate, to say the least. We're hoping to get eclipse that $250,000 going into that endowment fund this year. So we've put in $150,000 so far. So
I have an idea. You've captured the attention of a lot of people just by the name of this, the Erdy project. That's almost demands somebody ask a question. What is the ERDI project? Do you hear that a lot, don't you?
We do.
We do.
Yeah.
Same reason for the logo.
Yeah. Well, this, of course, is going to be at the Farm Bureau Expo Center, which is at the fairgrounds, the Ward Ag Center, and we do have the director there. Gail, anything you want to say about this? No doubt you're pleased for this to come, as I call it, your place, and to be able to help in providing funds for research for this type of cancer.
I am, and it's as I was explaining to both of them earlier, one of the things I really love about it is that they have some very unique aspects to their event, which is always interesting to see and exciting to see. I get to see a lot of different style events. They all have different stuff, but she's put. I won't say she. There's been a whole team that has put a lot of work into making sure that they have considered every little detail. And from my perspective at the expo, that's exciting to see, because it just means they're going to have less of those, oh no, I have to pivot moments, and the purpose behind what they're doing, all you can do is have empathy and support and try to understand if you haven't been there before.
Mm-hmm. Well, for people who might want to get tickets, what's the easiest way?
We are on social media at the ERDI Project, and then you can also go to the website at www.theerdieproject.org.
All right. The ERDI Project, and that's ERDIE. What was this, her initials, did you say?
Yes, ERD. Emma Riley Dixon.
I'm sorry?
Emma Riley Dixon.
Yeah. The ERDI, ERDIE, the ERDI Project, and that's you can find all the information that you need there and get your ticket and so on. And again, it's going to be Sunday, September 21st, this coming Sunday, at the Farm Bureau Expo Center from 5:30 to 9. And you have described earlier some of what's going to be taking place, but the silent auction going on the whole 3.5 hours.
It is.
And that kind of be the conclusion, or at least it will end when at 9 o'clock or a little bit before.
It's a little bit before.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what about some of the auction items? We haven't mentioned those. Usually, there's if you have a silent auction, you have a lot of things that are desirable to people.
Yes. And we also have a live auction.
Yeah.
So we do have a trip to Barbados. We have like a getaway trip in Nashville. We have a Pred suite. We've got some jewelry, some diamond earrings and necklace. And then we are members at Five Oaks. So last year, the Five Oaks stool for the bar went for $5,000. So we plan on having that again. But yeah, a lot of local businesses have donated. And what we do, we put like a whole basket together. So say if one business donates a gift card, we'll put other things with it to make it a more intriguing item.
Mm-hmm.
How many items do we have?
We have around 60 items.
Is that for both auctions?
No, that's for, yes, sorry. Yes,
Yeah,
for both live and silent, there's about 60.
Live and silent, at least 60 items.
Yes.
All right. Well, that ought to help a lot towards your goal. And you said 150,000.
Yes.
That you are, which would set another record. You've done this similarly, at least in the past, but maybe you're getting the word out a little bit more this year.
Yes.
And as far as the proceeds going to research here, is there a lot of research going into this type of cancer, or are you aware of that, or did you follow that much, or?
There's not. Part of the problem is the sample size. Once you're doing clinical trials, there's all these specific qualifications. So a lot of times you have to be within an age range, you have to be male, or you have to be female. So when there's not a lot of kids diagnosed in general, then trying to do clinical trials to get the research, it makes it challenging.
All right, we're in our last minute here, but is this something you plan to continue? You're going to have this event, this gala, for the foreseeable future on an annual basis?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, again, a reminder, the ERDI project, and that's ERDIE, the ERDI Project Gala, live and silent auction, Sunday, September 21st, 5:30 to 9 at the Farm Bureau Expo Center. And I want to thank all three of you for being with us. Gail Hellam, great for you and Expo Center to have this event, no doubt.
It's an honor.
Being here with us. And Jenny, you did most of the talking. Great job telling us and explaining about this. And Charlie, good to have you as well. And of course, we offer our sympathy for your loss, but it seems like you are making the most of a bad situation and wanting to help others who have to go through such an ordeal. And we commend you for that. And thank you for being with us this morning.
Thank you for allowing us.
All right. That is part one of Coleman and Company. We've got more. We hope you'll keep it right here, FM 98.9.
And let's see what's happening on the roadways. It's all brought to you by Absolute Kubota. Premium brands require premium parts and service. Contact Absolute Kubota's Elite Certified Service Department to schedule an appointment. 449-6171. Now with traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Still a bit heavy coming through Mount Juliet right now. Right on schedule, actually. Headed on through Hermitage on 40 coming westbound as it slows down. 65 northbound, and where it connects with 840 coming up from Spring Hill through that southern portion of Williamson County as it continues to build on 65 over here at Trinity Lane. Sometimes it's running pretty slow down through there. Hey, Princess Hot Chicken, new items on the menu. Check them out when you order online, princesshotchicken.com. I'm Commander Chuck. You're on time traffic.
Need a venue for your next corporate training, meeting, luncheon, or customer appreciation event? These are just a few of the event options that the Farm Bureau Expo Center can accommodate within its 79,000 square feet of adaptable event space. The Farm Bureau Expo Center offers unparalleled versatility for corporate events in Wilson County. Come on by and check us out. For booking details as well as upcoming events, visit farmbureauexpo.com or find us on Facebook. We look forward to seeing you soon at the Farm Bureau Expo.
The versatile Kubota B-Series is a do-it-all tractor. Run powerful attachments that can be easily switched out. It features a hydrostatic transmission and is simple to maintain. The Kubota B-Series, the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo.
Absolute Kubota, 1506 West Main, Lebanon. Hey, this is Dr. Derek Gregory, and I'm proud to announce to you the opening of our brand new dental practice, Gregory Dental Group, at 1746 West Main Street, just across the road from Sports Village. Come experience modern dentistry at its best. We're always welcoming new patients, and I truly look forward to taking the best care of all your dental needs. Come by or call us today.
That's Gregory Dental Group, 615-444-0322, or online at mylebanontndentist.com. Gregory Dental Group, compassion, knowledge, skill.
We'll have sunny skies with hot conditions again for today. Highs will be in the lower to middle 90s. Partly cloudy tonight, lows in the mid 60s, and then mostly sunny again for our Tuesday. Highs remaining in the lower to middle 90s. This weather forecast brought to you by Walker Auction and Realty, professional auction and real estate services. Get top dollar for your home, land, or personal property. Log on to MikeWalkerAuctions.com. They know auctions.
Morning.
And we welcome you to part two of Coleman and Company. It is a Monday, and Mondays at this time we feature the Farm Bureau Expo Center and Gail Hellam, Director of Marketing and Events, and she's right here, having been a guest on part one, and now time to do the commercial and talk about the place that is your second home, I guess.
Kind of feels that way.
Well, let's see. We talked about your trip last week.
We did.
You had just gotten back from Miami, I believe. Mm-hmm. Well, what have you done since you got home?
A lot of paperwork. And we have just been busy. We just wrapped up a a scrapbooking event, which I was talking to MJ about the other day. I kind of chuckle because they're very quiet, but there's a lot of them.
A scrapbooking event.
Correct. So they'll bring in vendors, and then they have classes, and then they use half of the main exhibit hall and have tables, and all they do is scrapbook. And, they will go to the vendors and buy stuff, and then they'll go over to the other half, and then they'll scrapbook and create things, and then there's classes that they can attend, and they will be there all day. But they're very quiet.
Well, it leaves me a lot to wonder about. What all
you have to be into scrapbooking to totally appreciate it.
I believe it, because it doesn't it doesn't compel me to come and learn.
Well, they would teach you if you came. I trust me, they would.
Okay,
they would. But we will be cleaning up after that. Well, actually, we probably did most of the cleaning over the weekend, and we've got PFG Logistics coming in. So that's always a great show, and I love having them. And followed right behind that with Redneck Rumble, and then Mistletoe, of course. That's the mark. That's how you know Christmas is coming. And then the Quilting and Sewing Show, and TriStar AKC Kennel Club is coming again. They've extended the number of days. Their show continues to get bigger. I love the fact that show is actually originating out of Williamson County, but coming to Wilson County to be able to hold the show. And they bring a lot of dogs and a lot of people. It's a very well-ran show, and it's a show that really is a benchmark, I think, for anybody hosting a dog show. There's a lot of things that can happen if you have that many dogs around, but they're attentive to the needs, and if there's a problem, they address it, and they're delightful to work with.
You and your staff have to adapt to a lot of situations, don't you?
Yes.
You're in a learning mode all the time, but if you go back for 2 or 3 years here and think of all the different things you've had to prepare for, to deal with while they're there, maybe some unexpected things come up, you people, you got to be well-rounded.
Well, it would be pretty hard to trip us up and say we haven't seen that before, but we may not have seen it with that type of show. But you're right. There's a lot of adapting to that, and some event planners handle that well, and some don't. But so when we are kind of like the steady course, it works out really well because they know that we've got their back, and that translates right into the feedback that we get. Thank you so much for being there. Thank you so much for helping us all along the way. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the great customer service. And, we take great pride in that because it takes all of us in the building to make that happen. And everybody has the same mindset in delivering that level of service. Yeah. And that's, again, they're from Williamson County, the dog show is, but they have it in Wilson County. And so that makes us feel good because it means we must be doing something right.
Yeah.
There's a lot of work and a lot of moving parts and pieces, but we try really hard to address everything that we can. But I would be remiss. We've got 10 Grow coming back, and 10 Grow is a huge show. A lot of work goes into setting that up, and a lot of work goes to taking that down. But right after that, I've never been so excited to have quiet in the building. We have a week blocked out to start our IT and AV upgrades. And there's a lot of people that are going to be really excited when that gets completed. But the work begins at the end of October.
And you're going to be doing what now?
We're going to be upgrading the AV and sound and IT system within the building. So that will be a direct deliverable to our event planners that come into the building.
And how long will that take?
That's a good question. We're going to find out. So here's the challenge. We've worked hard to get us to be super busy. Now I have to find chunks of time to let the guys come in and do the work that they need to do without an event in the middle of it. So we'll be working on that. Zendel and I are coordinating, good communication. It was like, I need this during this time, and I'm like trying to find that time for him. So we'll be planning ahead. Like, I blocked that time probably 3 weeks ago. So, it's a process.
Well, you'll give us a progress report each Monday here.
Oh, yeah.
If it takes longer than
I'll be celebrating big time when it's all done, because so many event planners have asked for it.
Yeah.
So, we're going to be able to give them something that they'll be very excited to be able to use.
All right. And as we say in this industry, stay tuned.
Exactly.
Well, thanks for being with us. See you next week.
Absolutely. Have a great week.
All right. Gail Hellam, Director of Marketing and Events for the Farm Bureau Expo Center. 21 before the hour, Wilson County Mayor Randall Hutto is right here front and center this morning. Mayor, good morning to you.
Morning, Coleman.
Never get you confused with Rick Bell, but your titles are similar. You're both mayors. You're county mayor, he's city mayor. Good to have you.
Glad to be here.
We've got a meeting tonight.
We do.
Which you'll get to. What have you been doing the last month? I know that's where you're going to start. I think it is.
Well, I have been, it's been a busy month, as always, Coleman. There's a lot of stuff always going on in the county. And, of course, the fair ended up, as you well know, I think the second largest numbers they've had. Started out kind of tough with the heat, but, again, it was a good event all week or week and a half or longer. And thanks to all the people that put that on would be the first thing I would say. And a lot of volunteers out there that make that really happen.
Well, there's just no question about that.
Yeah.
And whether you volunteer a little or a lot, there's well over, I think, over 1,000 people who are volunteers, 300 fair board members, and maybe as many as 1,000 other volunteers. And everybody finds his own little niche, and it makes for a great fair.
It does. And, there is a lot that's going on. And, as you think about the people that come out there, of course, and I know that Randall Clemens and Helen McPeak and David Hale and, all of those guys, Jimmy Comer, they plan year-round for the event. But also the people that volunteer, as we said, really make it a great hospitality event. And I can just, as I go out there, I try to be there every night. I don't do nothing, really. I just go and hang out, really. But there's just a world of people that come in and out of there. And, and as Gail was talking about a while ago, the Expo Center is a large part of that. Of course, those upgrades she was talking about will be good for all of our customers. But, the fair, once they end the year, they will pay all their bills or whatever, keep enough out to start the next year. But then they put those funds that they've made back into the Ag Center, and they work with Josh and to figure out where those goes. Last year it was over $1 million, and so that is that's definitely a win for the Ag Center, but a win for our whole community. But really, that was a good time, and so we look forward to another good year.
Yeah, and I'm glad you did express it as second largest attendance, because it was, and there's no question that the hot weather curtailed some of the attendance first of the fair.
Yeah, we thought it was going to be a rough year in the very beginning there, but it turned out okay. Busy month, as we said. I got a chance to go to the Cumberland Heights Breakfast of Champions they had at the Music City Center, and that was a little bit to learn. I got invited to that, of course, but a little bit to learn about rehab and how that works with them as far as recovery goes, alcohol, and so on. And of course, I would say that we have the opioid grant funds open right now for if somebody is out there that sees what they do that could maybe qualify for some of that money to maybe help stop the spread of opioids in our county. And they can call the finance office and get an application. Several different things that are going on. Drug Free Wilco would take advantage of that, and some other definite people here in the county that did it last year. Last year was our first year to actually give out the grants for that. And for example, I can tell you one that we did one with the sheriff's office where they bought a body scanner, because a lot of times the prisoners going in would bring drugs in inside their body cavity, and this scanner keeps that from happening, because once they got in, if they got those out, then somebody could get into an overdose. So that was just one of the things that happened, but really that's what these funds are for. These funds that came through a lawsuit that happened with the pharmaceutical companies, and so you'll see today when we talk about the resolutions tonight, there'll be one coming in where there was another settlement made, and that resolution is passing to accept those funds. But That is a good thing, but that's open up, and I believe it's open up to the end of September, so time is kind of limited. We take applications. As I said, you can get those in the finance office. You'll fill that out. Then we have a board of about 9 people that will grade those and determine who gets those funds. We'll have the funds, that approval go through the process of going to the county commission. Once that's approved, they'll get their funds in January and have from January to December to spend those. Those are on reimbursable basis as far as they got to spend the money and then come get it and show the receipts. But they'll have all year to spend that, and what they don't spend goes back into the fund, and we start all over again the next year. But a good process. Susan Shaw really helped me work on this one. Had a chance to have lunch with Dr. Pinson, which is Reich Pinson is the CEO of Vanderbilt University as far as the healthcare goes and as far as our hospital goes. And he is about to retire. He's also the chamber president now, and so we met a little bit about that in Davidson County. So we had a good conversation there. We just talked about the future plans of Vanderbilt Wilson and how they continue to grow. And also maybe how they can help us with the Chamber of Nashville really do some things here in Wilson County as we kind of can collaborate and work together. Went down to give farewell to Davis Nolan, a good opportunity there to see some people that I grew up with watching on TV that had come back, Ann Holt and some of those people to that channel, and so that really was a good reunion. Had the ribbon cutting at the LaGarde Elementary School. Good day out there. Suicide prevention awareness. We did that again this year. Smart Week proclamation. And the Smart Week proclamation is where people talk about just taking care of their guns. They've actually donated gun locks to all the county commissioners, which will be on their desk tonight as they come in. Went to the County Mayors Association conference that we had and picked up a few things that were going on in surrounding counties. Had a hard hat tour out at the Snyder Electric where they added their addition, which almost doubled their size of that corporation. The Grand Prix was here this year, another good race out at the Speedway, and of course they had signed a 3-year contract, so we hope to have them back for a couple of more years there that are good, and maybe we could keep them. You know, they moved to the Speedway because of all the construction going on in the Nashville area, so we hope we get to keep them. Hope and Recovery Proclamation did that on Saturday, did the prayer for them. Geoffrey Wilco does that over at the Cumberland Alumni Hall. I did not get a chance to go to Tim Leeper's town hall meeting about corrections, but I heard that was a great meeting and a lot of people attended, as well as I didn't get to go to the Lebanon Sportsplex Climb grand opening, but I heard that was a great event as well. Just to talk about a couple of things that are coming up, Coleman. In the morning at 7:30 at Providence Church, right across from Dale Webb in Mount Juliet, we'll have the 6th session of Looking into the Future series. And we started these, a year ago where we wanted to talk to people just about what is actually going on. A lot of people were saying, man, we got all this growth in here. Nobody's doing nothing. We knew there was a lot of things that were happening. So we wanted to make sure that we got out what has been going on and what we're looking to do in the future. So tomorrow will be the 6th set of series on that, and it'll be back on public safety. The second part of that, we did the first one with law enforcement. This one will be on the EMS side and on the fire side. We'll have Lebanon Fire, Mount Juliet Fire, Mount Juliet EMS, WEMA will be there, 911 will be there, and Vanderbilt Wilson ER will be there to talk about what's going on and how we handle an emergency there. Again, it's right across from Dale Webb. It's at the Providence Church at 7:30. Breakfast will be free, provided by Middle Tennessee Electric. Dale Merritt helps us with that part, and then as well as you'll be there, start at 8 o'clock. We'll get you out of there at 9 o'clock, and so you can go right on to work to wherever you need to go. That was good. And then also the next one we'll start will be the first of next year in the spring, and there we'll start with what happens 1 minute after disaster happens. We've been in some conversations with a lot of stuff goes on there. I know I got to get you to break, but talk to Vanderbilt Lifelight about could they fly that course for us and show us what's going on. But that'll be the first one next year.
All right, and you do have a county commission meeting tonight, which we'll get to after we go to a break. County Mayor Randall Hutto, this is Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
And let's see what's happening on the roadways. This all brought to you by Bates Ford and the Works Vehicle Checkup. They'll make sure your vehicle is ready for any roads. $69.95 up to 5 quarts of oil, tax and disposal, tire rotation, and safety check. 1780 Franklin Road Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Heavy at times, Vietnam vets westbound. As you approach Conference Drive, all that traffic coming in from Hendersonville through Sumner County in general. It's slow, 65 south at Trinity Lane. It continues to pick up with more volume up through Antioch. 24 westbound. It's gotten heavier here up by Bell Road, Haywood Lane. All that traffic flowing in right now from Murfreesboro, Rutherford County. When you need dependable towing for your car, big truck, call STR Towing and Recovery. Check out strtow.com. I'm Commander Chuck. Your on-time traffic.
Renewal happens here at Lebanon Center for Rehabilitation and Healing. Lebanon Center for Rehabilitation and Healing has experienced new leadership and a new atmosphere. Same location in the heart of Lebanon, 731 Castle Heights Court on the Castle Heights campus. Lebanon Center for Rehabilitation and Healing is providing 5-star clinical outcomes to short-term and long-term care residents. Call 615-444-4319 for a tour and to experience the new culture. Renewal happens here at Lebanon Center for Rehabilitation and Healing.
Cedar City RV, your destination for all things camping. Whether you're looking for travel trailers, fifth wheels, or anything in between, Cedar City RV has you covered. We proudly offer top brands like Forest River, Palomino, Rockwood, Coachman, and more. Plus, expert service after the sale to keep you on the road with confidence. Financing is available, making it easier than ever to start your next adventure. Visit us online at cedarcityrv.com or stop by our location at 1102 Sparta Pike in Lebanon to explore new and previously enjoyed models today.
Coleman and Company, thanks for joining us here. Our final segment on a Monday morning, but County Mayor Randall Hutto always has a wealth of information for us. And we do have a county commission meeting tonight and want to address some issues from that now.
Okay, Coleman. We will, Commissioner Costley will have the prayer and pledge for tonight. We do have a couple of items on the consent agenda. Line item transfer in the trustee's office and a line item transfers in the health department will be on the consent agenda. There will be a public hearing on a rezoning, a land use plan for the first one from low density residential to high density and high intensity commercial. And of course that comes with a rezoning for the R1 rural residential to go into a C3 PUD, highway commercial development there. That's about 5 acres located at 3410 Macquarie Road. Then we have a second one that will come before us tonight too, a land use plan amendment going from low density residential area to medium to high density and medium and high intensity commercial zone. This will be a rezoning as well, going from R1 residential to C2 planned commercial use development. That's about 3.9 acres located at 3266, 3290, and 3320 on Macquarie Road as well. And so these both came with a positive recommendation from the Planning Commission, so we'll see what they decide they want to do tonight. We will have to let people know that the Wilson County license plate is on sale, as always, at the county courthouse there, where you can buy your tags. And it is an extra $35, but all of those proceeds, or at least most all of them, go to Wilson Rides to support that organization. So we encourage people to get those. I'll talk to you a little bit about Be Smart Group, who was giving the gun locks out to all the commissioners tonight. And there will be some comments there tonight that we're putting Daniel Sampson on the Parks and Recreation Advisory Board. That's not really a vote by the commission. That's just an appointment, but I always let them know. He will be replacing Will Smith that has served there for us for a while. Tonight will be elections. 1st September, of course, as always, starts a new year kind of for us at the county commission, so they'll elect a commission chairperson tonight. Commission pro tem will also be elected. They'll have 4 budget members that will be up for vote and 4 finance members that will be up for vote as well. They will have a chance to vote on the Ethics Committee, which will be Commissioner Rich, Commissioner Hobbs, Commissioner Dow, Commissioner Brown, and Mr. Earl Ray. So we'll have a chance to do that one. There'll be one up for Zindel Murphy, which will be on the Water Authority Board. That will be an appointment. A lot of conversation about that, and I've had some people ask me about replacing him and putting somebody else. And you know, I wanted to go with that appointment. I felt like that Mr. Murphy had done a good job. Of course, Mr. Murphy works for us at the Expo Center, as you well know, but is also a farmer and takes from the Water Authority. And I think people that had wanted me to put somebody else on there felt like that maybe some of the issues we've had with the Water Authority and Adinas and the sewer system, maybe would be something to do there. But I really didn't find any fault in what he's done. And as I looked and really have explored the issues that have gone on around the Water Authority and Adinas and the school system, there are lots of blame to go around with everybody. Different things happen. So it's not really a board issue in my mind. Definitely the board can always want a good board there, of course. So I will recommend him. They may decide decided to try to put somebody else in there, asked me to bring back another person.
Who has the final decision on that?
So it's an appointment. There are sometimes that I give, there are elections and I give them a recommendation.
Well, this is your appointment?
So it's my appointment, but they have to confirm.
Oh, okay.
And so tonight, if they don't confirm, then they'll ask me to come back and bring them somebody different next month. But, we have had we've had several hard meetings with the Chris Luber, the Water Authority, TDEC, Mr. Britton Dotson has come in there with the Denis. Josh has come, and of course, Jeff Luttrell has been a part of those meetings as well. And they have got that worked out. They are working hard right now, and we were thankful for them to come together to help get the school system off of Pumping Hall. But that issue really became because of some other issues that maybe needed to be addressed. And Chris Luber and the Water Authority Board have made some changes. They're going to make sure they have a person now that's going to look just over the Adenis projects that are out there in STEP system. Next thing they're going to do is used to when they came in and they had a subdivision that came in, let's say 500 acres, and the developer was going to put let's do 100 acres first or 100 houses, one house per acre first, and we'll do the other ones in 3 more phases or 4 more phases. Used to, they just did the drip fields for that one phase. Now they're going to make them do the drip fields for the whole project. No matter when they do that, they're going to make them do that up front. And then also they're going to make them provide an extra 50% reserve drip fields, because that's really where the issue has been. Not necessarily has there been any problem with the treatment plant like the one we've talked about here is Academy Road. They've treated the sewage well. It's just not having enough drip fields or the drip fields being saturated. So that has been the issue with that. So hopefully they're on the right track there, looking over that a little bit better. But that was the conversation really about the appointment for Mr. Murphy. Resolutions tonight. There will be a resolution coming before the County Commission of the Southwest Access Sewer Committee. And what that is that the access area out there that's around the new Central Pike Elementary School is in the Water Authority area. The City of Lebanon will be serving that sewer system out there for that school, but the Water Authority has to give their territory to the Access Sewer Committee in the Glade, and so that's what that resolution is about. We did pass a resolution to the month, as we talked about it, just encouraging TDEC, the Water Authority, Adenis to all work together to solve our issues with that. That will be coming for a vote tonight, just a resolution to say, hey, please work together, but they've already beat us on that, and they are working together, and we're thankful for that as well. There will be a district attorney's. You got a question?
No.
Okay.
No, I was smiling because you said that they are already doing what the resolution's calling for. That's a good thing.
It is a good thing. We're thankful for that, for sure, and for all the people that really got around the table to work to make that happen. And the school system just kind of got caught up in the shuffle of some of this stuff as well. There will be a resolution tonight for directing our attorney to work to file an appeal or not on the case that was lost or overturned. The county commission passed a resolution a while back, if you remember, to where it goes to 1 house for 2 acres. It used to be 1 house for 1 acre. There were some procedural issues that night because the resolution that had a public hearing on it was not the one we voted on. They substituted one that actually had passed the Planning and Zoning Committee earlier that month, and they substituted that one. So that became a procedural issue that we were voting on something that hadn't had a public hearing on it, and so the judge overturned that, and so we're back to 1 acre for 1 house. I think they're going to start that process all over again, or maybe it's already started. But what the direction is tonight is that the county commission want the county attorney to appeal that decision, and so that will be up for discussion tonight. But that's what that resolution is about. The appropriation then will be in the general fund to fund the county clerk some vehicle insurance reserves. What will go there? Be another capital project fund. To do some purchase of election equipment there for Ms. Tammy Smith. There'll be one for Fund 121 to go to the Expo Center for some work that needs to be done there. Approval of a grant between the Health Department and Wilson County as well, and then that grant will just give me the authority to sign that. Those are funds that come into the county and go out through the Health Department. The transfer also of the grant funds here to amend to do some extra work at the libraries that are there. Opioid agreement, as I talked to you earlier about, there's another settlement out there, so we're just passing a resolution and saying that we're free to accept those dollars that are coming in. And then there'll be approval of the WEMA, enter into a corporate purchasing agency. They have several things that it's time for them to kind of revamp or rework some of the air packs. They would like to put some AEDs in all of the sheriff's department cars. We have them in some, but not all of them, and they definitely do deal with some of those issues from time to time. So an AED there. And then Brian Newberry also wanted to put an AED in all of our county buildings to make sure we have one there. They will also work on doing renewing the power cots where they put somebody on there. And let's say there's only one or two there. Maybe they may have a person that's heavy, and so they need that power cot really helps it get it up and make it easy for them to get them in the ambulances and a few other things. But quite a bit of work here. I think it'll go probably back to about $2.1 million. There are some grants that they're applying for to help with that, but a pretty good deal. But to do that, they have the purchasing agency here is one that already has a contract with us, and so we get the prices a little bit cheaper on a state bid, so that's what that one's about tonight. And then there are 2 Board of Education amendments tonight, and that'll include our meeting tonight, Coleman.
What time do you think you'll get through? Is this going to be a lengthy meeting, or there's just a lot of stuff to be considered?
A lot of stuff there. There'll be some discussion, I think, probably as we said on the General Murphy issue. It takes a while to vote for the budget and the finance and those things, and then the resolutions. A lot of times, sometimes they go pretty quick, and I always remind people when they see us vote 25-0, if that happens or whatever, think, well, they're just rubber stamping. But really, at the end of the day, all the sausage is made during the month as it goes through all the committees to get to us. And then normally when it gets to us, it's pretty much been lined out. But it'll probably be a long meeting. There's a lot of information to discuss tonight.
Yeah. Well, we have covered a lot of territory. We've got about 30 seconds left here by the clock. It's always good to have you with us.
Yes, sir.
Do you realize that after today, September will be half over?
I know. It just flies, doesn't it? I mean, time just rolls around.
And the meeting is about as early as it can be. 1-8-15.
That's right.
We'll go by the Mondays here. But anyway, we'll see you next time, and thanks for being with us.
Glad to be here.
County Mayor Randall Hutto, that's it for a Monday, and until tomorrow, I wish you a magnificent day.